Good afternoon, and welcome to Sports Line Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I'm coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports gaming capital of the United States of America. And you are listening to this program right here over the internet on www.wubr910.com, www.910.com. You can also listen live to Sportsline over your smartphone, your iPhone, any kind of phone like this one right here. The MeatMan's got to unlock the password. I was on the William Hill app earlier today. You got to go to the TuneIn app. You go to the TuneIn app right here on your phone. You hit the button. The TuneIn app pops right up, and you can listen to Sportsline Radio. Right? Anyway, it doesn't matter where you're at, Cap. It doesn't matter where. You could be in a doctor's office waiting for an appointment. You could be in a courthouse waiting to see the judge. You could be sitting outside waiting to pick somebody up in your car. I mean, anywhere you're at, Cap, you can listen to the MeatMan every Friday on the TuneIn app. And, of course, what a big day today is going to be. It's Kentucky Derby Day. Kentucky Derby Day. It's a Kentucky Derby show. This is the one show out of here the MeatMan actually likes doing right here, Cap. I like doing all the shows. Don't get me wrong. MeatMan likes doing all the shows, but this is the one I really like right here because I'm pretty good at it, Cap. I'm pretty good at it, but every year's a different challenge. Now, last year we had Good Magic. Good Magic ran second in the Kentucky Derby. We made some good money with Good Magic. We did all right, but everybody, you ran second. You ran second, MeatMan. You ran second. Justified beat you. I had to hear that all summer. Justified. I had Justified in Preakness. I had Justified in Belmont because I knew you weren't going to beat Justified. I know how to bet horse racing. You just picked a horse that's going to win the race. You picked the horse that's going to win the race. Instead of trying to beat the horse that you think is going to win the race, how about just betting the one that you think is going to win the race, take the little short money, whatever they give you, and get on with your life. And that's what the MeatMan did. We made money last year for the Triple Crown because we got good place and show money on Good Magic in the Kentucky Derby, and then we had Justifying the Preakness in the Belmont. So we turned a profit. And of course, they had a pretty good day with the full card. It was a sloppy track. It was an ugly track, but that's all right. MeatMan's pick. Believe me, my horses run tough. Now, if you want to get the MeatMan's full card for the Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs, they got 14 races going on Saturday. I'm going to give you the Kentucky Derby pick right here. I'm going to give you the Derby pick right here on the program, but there's 13 other races. Now, if you're only playing the Kentucky Derby, you're good to go. MeatMan's going to give you his play right here on the radio program. But if you're going to play all the 11 races before the Kentucky Derby, if you're thinking about playing the 2 races after the Kentucky Derby, you might want to get the MeatMan's full card. It's $27. And the way you get it, you text the word Derby, DERBY, to 94253. You want to get the MeatMan's full card for the Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs. $27. Text the word full, FULL, to 94253. Now, want to order the MeatMan's full card for the Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs, $27 over the phone? No problem, Cap. I got my own personal toll-free number that I'm literally going to have till the day I die. It's 1-833-MeatMan. That's how you talk directly with me. Las Vegas-based professional handicapper Dave Scandaliato, 1-833-MeatMan. Here's how this works. I'm going to give you 1 horse in each race. Not 5, 1. A lot of other people, they give you 5. And that way, when one of them wins, they pat themselves on the back. That ain't how the MeatMan rolls, Cap. I'm going to give you 1. 1 pick in each race. I'm going to let you know whether it's a best bet or a long shot selection. I would recommend having about $30. For each race. $30 to win, $15 win place, $10 win play show. MeatMan will tell you how to bet each race. My full card for the Kentucky Derby, Churchill Downs, $7. Text the word Derby, D-E-R-B-Y, to 94253. Text the word Derby, D-E-R-B-Y, to 94253. All right. The 2019 Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs. You always know when they're going to run a Kentucky Derby. It's the first Saturday in May. First Saturday in May. They run the Kentucky Derby the first Saturday in May. That's when they run it. That's when they run it. And this year, we had a field of 20 with one also eligible. And we've had 2 scratches. We got 2 scratches, so the field was down to 18. The also eligible does draw in. So we got a field of 19. The favorite, the morning line favorite. Can you believe that? The morning line favorite for the Kentucky Derby. Scratched. Omaha Beach, the morning line favorite for the Kentucky Derby. Scratched. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing, Cap. I can tell you right now. It's not a good thing. The morning line favorite gets scratched. And I kind of screwed everything up because now when you look at all the odds, you really have to lower the odds on every horse in the race because the morning line favorite got scratched. So all the odds, everything on the horse, this, that, everything, got to throw it all out. Because the horse with the lowest odds got scratched. So if your horse was morning line 10-1, really about morning line 7-1. Your horse was morning line 15-1, he's really morning line 12-1. Your horse was morning line 20-1, he's really morning line 15-1. Omaha Beach was going to take a lot of money in the Kentucky Derby, but he is gone. But that's all right. That's all right. We still got a good race in front of us, and they're racing for $3 million. They're racing for $3 million. It's race number 12 at Churchill Downs. They're going 1.25 miles on the main track. They're going 1.25 miles on the main track. First time any of these horses have really ever gone 1.25 miles, at least here in the U.S., at least here in the United States of America. There is no horse race for a 3-year-old of 1.25 miles distance before the Kentucky Derby. That's one of the reasons the Kentucky Derby is so special. For the first time ever, all of these 3-year-olds, remember, these are all 3-year-olds. There's no 2-year-olds, there's no 4-year-olds, there's no 5-year-olds, there's no 6-year-olds, there's no older horses. It's all 3-year-olds. Every one of them's going 1.25 miles for the first time. And the thing that makes the Triple Crown so hard is 2 weeks later, you got to run in the Preakness. And then 3 weeks after that, you got to go run at Belmont Park in the Belmont, and they go 1.5 miles. I mean, you got to be a super horse. You got to win 3 races in 5 weeks at 3 different tracks, ending with 1.5 miles, the last time in your life you're ever going to go 1.5 miles. So, man, I'm telling you, it's not easy to win a Triple Crown. Now, of course, lately we've had 2 of them. American Pharoah, he won the Triple Crown. And then, of course, last year with Justified, Bob Baffert, he's got both of the Triple Crowns, and he is absolutely loaded for bear in the Kentucky Derby. I mean, you talk about loaded for bear, Cap. I mean, he is absolutely loaded for bear. Bob Baffert has 3 horses running in the Kentucky Derby, and I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 of them run 1, 2, 3. It would not surprise the MeatMan one bit. I mean, not one inkling. If the guy who has won the last 2 Triple Crowns swept the whole thing. Bob Baffert, I don't know how many Triple Crown races he's won in the last couple of years, but we know he won all 3 of them last year. We know he won all 3 of them a couple of years earlier with American Pharoah. He's going to be tough to beat. He's going to be tough to beat on Saturday, but there's 16 other horses in the race. Bob Baffert has 3. MeatMan's not taking any of Bob Baffert's horses, if you can believe that. MeatMan's going in a different direction. And then you got 15 other horses. 19 horses are going to go to the gate. Post time is 6:50 p.m. Eastern Time, 3:50 p.m. Pacific Time, out here in Las Vegas. The number 1 horse is War of Will. Gaffleone in the saddle. Mark Case, the trainer, 20 to 1 on a morning line. This horse was looking good. This horse was looking good, Cap. I mean, he was looking good. He won the LeComte out at the fairgrounds. That's the prep race for the Risen Star. He won the Risen Star. That's the prep race for the Louisiana Derby. He comes into the Louisiana Derby. He's the 4 to 5 favorite, and he gets absolutely buried. 9th. 12 lengths from the front. Tough to bet a horse like that. Now, since they do have 2 scratches in the Kentucky Derby, the 1 horse is going to break from the 2 spot. That's how this works, okay? So the 1 horse who would normally break from the 1 spot, which is the kiss of death, because only 1 horse has won from the 1 post since 1986. That was Ferdinand. Only 1 horse since 1986 has won from the 1 post. But War of Will is going to break from the 2 posts because you got the 2 scratches, because you got the 1 also eligible. So there's 19 horses, and so they move out. So the War of Will, who's got some tactical speed, he is going to have a little more room on the inside. When he breaks, he's not going to be all jammed up because he's got another path. But that race in the Louisiana Derby pretty much has turned me off to War of Will. I'm going to pass on the 1. The 2 horse is Tax. Danny Gargan, the trainer. Alvarado, the jockey. 20 to 1 on the morning line. It's not a bad looking horse. 5 career starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, a third. Back to back, 90 buyer figures. Ran all 3 of the races leading at Aqueduct, the 2 preps in the Wood Memorial. Ran 3rd in the Resmond, 2nd in the Withers, won the Withers, 2nd in the Wood Memorial. So 3rd in the Resmond, 1st in the Withers, 2nd in the Wood Memorial. I mean, it's not a bad looking horse. But the MeatMan, I ain't betting on a horse named Tax. I can tell you that right now. I ain't doing that. The 3 horses by my standards. Trainer is Brett Calhoun. Gabriel Saez is the jockey. 20 to 1 on the morning line. Took this horse 4 cracks to break maiden. Breaks maiden. Then wins the Louisiana Derby. Beat my horse, Spinoff. I'm still pissed off about that. Spinoff has got the lead in a stretch. I mean, I got Spinoff. I'm going to make some good money with Spinoff, and he spits it out to a 22.5 1-shot. This horse by my standards. You know, like I got nothing against this horse. But, you know, he took 4 tries to break maiden. Went up at 22 to 1 in Louisiana Derby. As bad as the Churchill Downs wants the winner of the Louisiana Derby to win the Kentucky Derby, since Churchill Downs owns the fairgrounds, but I don't see it. I don't see it. The 4 horse is Gray Magician. Peter Miller is the trainer. Van Dyke is the jockey, 50 to 1 on a morning line Took this horse 4 cracks to break maiden. Hasn't won a race since. Ran second in a UAE Derby. Oh, man. Gee whiz. Tough for the MeatMan to bet that one right there. Highest buyer figure, 80. 80. 80. That ain't going to cut it. The 5 horse is the first of the 3 Bob Baffert entries. Improbable. I read Ortiz in the saddle, 6-1 on the morning line. Broke maiden first time out at 3-5. Then ran in a little stakes race at Churchill Downs at Street Sense. Won that by 7 1/4 lengths. Shipped him out to Los Alamitos for the Los Alamitos Futurity Grade 1 as a 2-year-old. Went off at 1-5. Won it by 5. First 2 starts in 2019, a second in a Rebel, a second in the Arkansas Derby, now making a 3rd start off the layoff on a track you won a stakes race on back in November of 2018. Improbable is going to be super tough. Super tough. Not tough. Super tough. All right, just a quick reminder that the MeatMan's full card for the Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs is now available for sale for $27. And in just a little while, the MeatMan's going to get the racing form. And then once I get the racing form, I'm going to go over all 14 races on the card. They got 14 races on the Churchill Downs race day card the day of the Kentucky Derby. Obviously, I'm giving you the Kentucky Derby right now. But what about the other 13 races? What about the 11 races before the Kentucky Derby? What about the 2 races after the Kentucky Derby? You know how the Derby leaves, everybody's leaving, and you got all the guys that got to stick around and get let the parking lot clear out. You know what I'm talking about? That's why they always got a couple of races after the big race, after what they call a feature race. I give out one horse in every race. I don't give out 5. I don't give out 5 horses and then when one of them wins, I pat myself on the back. I give you 1 horse. And I tell you to bet it. Win place show. That's it. $15 to win place, $10 win place show, $30 to win. I recommend $30 a race. I recommend having $30 a race. Most races, we're going to bet $10 across the board, win place show. Some races, you know, if you're betting a 5-2 shot and there's only 7 horses in a race, you only bet winning place. You know what I'm talking about? You're betting a 6-horse field and your horse is 6-5 on the morning line. We're going to bet win only. I'm going to give you 1 pick in each race on the Churchill Downs Kentucky Derby race day card. $27. Text the word Derby, DERBY, to 94253. Text the word Derby, DERBY, to 94253. Or give the MeatMan a call. Right here, brother. Always got the phone right by, Cap. Always got the phone right by. I'm always ready to talk to you at 1-833-MeatMan. I got my own personal toll-free number that I'm literally going to have until the day I die. I'm literally going to have until the day I die. 1-833-MeatMan. That's how you talk directly with me. Las Vegas-based professional handicapper Dave Scandaliato, 1-833 MeatMan. I'm going to go get the racing for him. I'm going to go over all the horses. I'm going to email out the picks about midnight Pacific time, about 3 a.m. East Coast time. I'm going to check the weather one more time before I send them out. The weather is very tricky to handicap. It's a lot easier to pick the winners of the races than it is to try to figure out what the freaking weather's going to do on Saturday at Churchill Downs. $27. Get the MeatMan's full card. Text the word Derby, D-E-R-B-Y, to 94253. Text the word Derby, D-E-R-B-Y, to 94253. All right, the 6-horse is Vacoma. George Weaver, the trainer, J.J. Castellano, the jockey, 20-1 on the morning line. Won the Bluegrass at 7-5. Not bad. Not bad. Not a bad-looking horse at all. Won a grade 3 at Aqueduct as a 2-year-old. Ran third in the Fountain of Youth. Won the Bluegrass at 7-5, $1.40 to win $1. I'm trying to figure out why they made this horse 20-1. I mean, maybe the odds maker knows something that the MeatMan doesn't, but 20-1 seems a little high on the 6-horse. The 7 is Maximum Security. Jason Service, the trainer, Luis Saez, the jockey, 15-1 on the morning line. It's a nice-looking horse. It's a nice-looking horse, man. I can tell you right now, it's a nice-looking horse. The only horse in the field with a triple-digit buyer figures last time out. Only one. He's got 2 triple-digit buyer speed figures. One was going 7 furlongs the race before the Florida Derby. This horse is going to be tough. 81 buyer figure first time out, 83 after that, 102 and a 101. The first time this horse went out on the track was in a maiden claiming race for $16,000. You could have bought this horse. If you were at Gulfstream Park on December the 20th, 2018, you could have bought this horse for $16,000 on 3. Let's say it. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Wow. You got the Sheik. He's paying millions of dollars for us. He could have got this one for $16,000. You could have got the Florida Derby winner for $16,000. This horse has raced 3 times. In 2019, he's won all 3 times. He's won $638,000. You could have bought this horse for $16,000. $16,000. Well, we might come back to Maximum Security. Let's just see what happens here. The 7 horses Maximum Security. Let's write that down in a paper. Come on back to the 7. The 8 is Tacticus. 10-1 on the morning line. William Mott, the trainer. Jose Ortiz, the jockey. Won the Wood Memorial. Won the Tampa Bay Derby. Nice looking horse. 4 career starts, 3 career wins. Couple of grade 2s. Not a bad looking horse. I ain't betting a horse that won the Tampa Bay Derby. I'm just not doing it. I ain't betting a horse that won the Tampa Bay Derby. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I ain't betting a horse that won no stake at Tampa Bay Derby, Cap. But you got to watch out for these Ortiz guys. There's Jose Ortiz. You got to watch out for these. Ortiz guys are really good. Sometimes you think the Ortiz guys win every race when they're running. Sometimes you're like, man, you guys win every race? Man, son of a buyer. The 9 horses Plus Q Parfait. Brendan Walsh, the trainer. Santana, the jockey. This horse won the UAE Derby. But Jose Ortiz was on his back. Now Santana's going to run this horse. Santana's won with this horse before. Santana has won with this horse before. Santana has won. He won with the 9 back in Keeneland. So he's ridden this horse before, and he's found a winner's circle with this horse before. But I can't bet this horse. I can't bet the 9. In the Risen Star at the fairgrounds, the prep race leading up to Louisiana Derby, he had La Peru on his back, and he ran 13th, 20 lengths from the front. I can't bet that. I can't. I can't bet that. I can't bet that. The 10 horse is Cutting Humor. Now, this is the Todd Pletcher horse. Corey Lannery was going to ride it at 30-1. Now, Mike Smith, who was on Omaha Beach, he's going to ride Cutting Humor. Corey Lannery got the dreaded call that no jockey wants to get. Some other guy's horse got scratched. We're taking you off of this horse, and we're going to put that jockey on us, and life sucks, Cap. I kind of felt bad for Corey Lannery, but I can tell you right now, Cap, this how it goes. So Mike Smith rides at 10, Cutting Humor. I don't think it's going to help. Won the Sunland Derby. But it took him 3 tries to break maiden, and then he won the Southwest States, or he ran in the Southwest States, and he ran 7th. So that's not any good. I can tell you right now, that's not any good. That putting Mike Smith up there, hey, it is what it is. The 11 horse is the first of the 2 scratches. The 11 and the 12 are both scratched. Heichel is the 11. He is scratched. And the 12, Omaha Beach, he is scratched. So the 11 and the 12 are scratched. That means the 21 horse draws in. And they move the gate 1 up. So the 1 horse starts from the 2 spot. Still the 1 horse. But he's going to break normally where the 2 would break from. The 2 is going to break normally where the 3 would break from. The 3 is going to break normally where the 4 would break from. So Omaha Beach, he's out to 12. That was the Richard Mandel horse. He was the favorite. He was the morning line favorite in the race. He was going to be tough, too. He was going to be tough as nails, Omaha Beach. But I'm kind of glad he's gone. See, you have a lot of people that were going to throw Omaha Beach out, so they wanted him in the race because it would help all the odds on their other horses. Me, I thought Omaha Beach was a serious threat, and I'm glad he's gone. And if my horse instead of getting 10-1, only get 5-1, it's better to get nothing to 1. You know what I'm talking about, Cap? The 13 horses Code of Honor. Claude McGee, the trainer, J.R. Velasquez, the jockey. He won the Fountain of Youth, but didn't run so hot in the Florida Derby against Maximum Security. He lost by 6 3/4 lengths. I think this horse is going to take a lot of money. I think this, every year you got the 1 horse with the name. People like betting the name. And this is going to be the horse right here. I would stay away from Code of Honor, to be honest with you. He's 15-1 or more than line. He'd probably go up 14, 13, 12-1. Man, I just I like Johnny Velasquez up there. He's won himself a couple of Kentucky Derbies on Animal Kingdom and Always Dreaming, but oh man, I think he's in for it today. The 14 horses win, win, win. Michael Trembetta, the trainer. Pimentel, the jockey, 15-1 on the morning line. This horse making a third start off the layoff. Ran third in the Bluegrass, second in the Bluegrass, third in the Tampa Bay Derby. Had Ortiz at both times. I'll go from Irad Ortiz to Pimentel. I don't like that. Of course, now Pimentel rode this horse 4 times. The first 4 times this horse ever hit the track. Won the first time out at Laurel. And in the 4 times he's ridden this horse, he's won 3 out of the 4, but I don't want to take nothing away from the guy, but he's just no Irad Ortiz. The 15 horse is Master Fencer. That's the horse from Japan, Kyoichi Tasamua. The trainer, Julian Lamperoux. The jockey, I ain't betting a horse from Japan, man. I can tell you that right now. Nope, MeatMan's not betting a Japanese horse in the Kentucky Derby. You can forget about that. He's never raced in the United States. And he might not ever race in the United States ever again. After Saturday, the 16 is Game Winner. This is the second of the 3 Bob Baffert horses. Joe L. Rosario is the jockey. Like I said, Bob Baffert's the trainer. This horse was 5-1 on the morning line. Omaha Beach was 4-1 on the morning line. So 5-1 on the morning line. Game Winner is now going to be your favorite for the Kentucky Derby, and he should be the favorite. This horse has never gone off any higher than $1.90-1. Never gone off at 2-1. And he won't go off at much higher than 2-1 on Saturday with no Omaha Beach. His last 2 times out went off at 1-2. Finished second in the Rebel, second in the Santa Anita Derby. Won all 4 of his starts the first 4 times out on the track. Broke maiden first time out, then won the Delmar Futurity, then won the American Pharaoh, then won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile at Churchill Downs at even money. So Game Winner to 16 is making a 3rd start off the layoff on a Churchill Downs main track that he won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile on. This horse is going to be super tough. This was going to be the horse that the MeatMan was going to pick. If I wouldn't have picked the horse that I'm going to give you in a few minutes, this is who I would have went with, right here. Even if Omaha Beach was running, I was going with Game Winner. Game Winner is a nice-looking horse. He's a nice-looking horse. I mean, he's a nice-looking horse. In the Santa Anita Derby, he got beat by Roadster. He ran about 4 or 5 furlongs longer. 4 or 5 lengths, not furlongs. You ain't Secretariat. He ran 4 or 5 lengths further than Roadster. I guess they figured Roadster would never beat him. Roadster did beat him, but man, I'm telling you, Game Winner, he traveled a lot further in that Santa Anita Derby than he really needed to. But Game Winner lost to Rebel, was his first start off the layoff. Who did he lose to? Omaha Beach, the horse that was going to be favorite for the Kentucky Derby. And if you watch that race, Omaha Beach got loose on the lead. Game Winner came a-coming. They got even with about 20 yards to go, and then for some ungodly reason, Game Winner stopped going, rode right next to the horse, and it wound up being a neck or a nose or something. It was super close, and Omaha Beach was in front. I like Game Winner on Saturday. The only problem is I'm going to pick another horse over Game Winner. I'm not trying to beat Game Winner. I think the horse that I'm going to pick is going to win the race. The 17, the third of Bob Baffert's trained horses, the Roadster, 6-1 in the morning line. Roadster, the 17 horse, Florent Garou. The jockey Roadster broke maiden first time out, then ran in the Delmont Futurity, ran third to Game Winner, but then he turned the tide on Game Winner when he beat Game Winner in the Santa Anita Derby. This horse has an improving buyer figure every race. 81, 89, 93, 98. Went 6 furlongs, 7 furlongs, a mile, and 1.125 miles. Roadster's sitting on a big one. He's sitting on a big one, man. I'm telling you. Roadster's sitting on a big one, man. Roadster's looking good. Roadster's racing good. Roadster's sitting on a big one. The 18 is Long Range Toady. Steve Asmussen, the trainer. John Court, the jockey. 30-1 in the morning line. Won the Rebel, the prep race leading up to the Arkansas Derby, but then in the Arkansas Derby ran 6, 14 3/4 lengths from the front. Ran third in the Southwest Stakes. 8 races, 4 wins, a second and a third, $854,000 in earnings. It's not a bad-looking horse. And Steve Asmussen is a very good trainer. No doubt about it. 30-1 in the morning line. I'm just going to look elsewhere. The 19 is Spinoff. Now, I had Spinoff in the Louisiana Derby. Manny Franco's the trainer. Manny Franco's the jockey. Todd Pletcher is the trainer. He goes off at 4:30 in the Louisiana Derby. The MeatMan's got him in the Louisiana Derby. He's got a 1-length lead in the stretch, and he lets a 22.5 to 1 shot pass him up. I'm still pissed off about this. I don't look. If you're gonna let some 20 to 1 shot pass you in the stretch of the Louisiana Derby, you ain't gonna win the Kentucky Derby. Not with this race. Not with these good horses running. Spinoff is 30-1 on the morning line. The 20 is Country House. You got Pratt is the jockey. William Mott is the trainer. Took this horse 3 cracks to break maiden. Then ran second in the Risen Star, 4th in the Louisiana Derby, 3rd in the Arkansas Derby. Runs good races, but that ain't going to cut it on Saturday at Churchill Downs. I can tell you that right now. That ain't going to cut it. That ain't gonna cut it, Cap. That ain't gonna cut it. That ain't gonna cut it. I can tell you that right now. That ain't gonna cut it. Last 4 times out does have the improving buyer 80, 86, 87, 91. But I'm gonna look elsewhere. The also eligible who draws in because of the 2 scratches, Bode Express, the 21 horse. Gustavo Delgado, the trainer. Landeros, the jockey. This horse has never won a race. Never won a race. 0 for 5. The maiden. I don't know if a maiden's ever won the Kentucky Derby. I don't know. 0 for 5. 0 for 5. Now people will say, well, how the heck did the horse get in the Kentucky Derby? Ran second in the Florida Derby at 71-1. Ran second in the Florida Derby at 71-1. That's how you get in the Kentucky Derby right there. So I'm not betting no maiden in no Kentucky Derby. I ain't doing that. All right, so there you go. That is your field for the 2019 Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs. And now we're going to find out who the MeatMan's going with. Now we're going to find out who Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, is going to go with in the Kentucky Derby. But first off, just a quick reminder, you want to get that MeatMan's full card. You want to get that MeatMan's full card for the Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs. $27. Text the word Derby, D-E-R-B-Y, to 94253. I'm going to give you one horse in each race. I'm going to tell you to bet it win place show. $30 to win, $15 win place, $10 across the board, win place show. One horse in each race, not five, one. See if we can't get that winner's circle several times on Saturday. My full card is $27. Text the word Derby, D-E-R-B-Y, to 94253. Text the word Derby, D-E-R-B-Y, to 94253. I'm going to go get the racing form on Friday night. I'm going to go over all the races, all 14. There's 11 races before the Kentucky Derby. There's 2 races after the Kentucky Derby. I'm going to go over all 14 of them. I'm going to check the weather 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 times. And then I'm sending them out. The first race goes at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 a.m. Pacific Time. And the last race goes, oh, God, I don't even know. I mean, the Kentucky Derby's at, 6:50 Eastern? So the 13th race will be at about 7:30 Eastern. The 14th race will be 8 o'clock Eastern. That's 5 o'clock out here on the West Coast. Believe me, it's a long day. It's a long day. I can't go with you to the racetrack, to the OTB parlor, to the casino. But you can take the MeatMan's picks with you. $27. Text the word Derby, D-E-R-B-Y, to 94253. Text the word Derby, D-E-R-B-Y, to 94253, or call the MeatMan on the phone. I got my own personal toll-free number, and I'm literally going to have it the day I die. 1-833-MeatMan. I take Venmo, the Cash App, PayPal, you name it. The MeatMan takes it. Talk directly with me. Las Vegas-based professional handicapper Dave Scandaliato. 1-833-MeatMan. All right, here we go. The MeatMan is going to take in the 2019 Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs. The MeatMan is going to take maximum security. The 7-horse. Maximum security. When the MeatMan did his time, I did it in a minimum security. I was never in a maximum security facility. I was in a minimum security facility, and we're going to live maximum security on Saturday. I like this horse. Now, first off, let me tell you what I don't like about the horse. I don't like the fact that he's never raced outside of Gulfstream Park. I absolutely, positively, unequivocally don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like the fact this horse has never raced anywhere, not even a different track in the state, never left Gulfstream Park. I do not like that. And I also don't like the fact that he was up for a tag. $16,000 the first time on the track. You could have bought maximum security for $16,000 the first time he was ever on a racetrack. He was in a maiden claiming race for $16,000. This is about as bottom of the barrel as you're going to get. This is borderline bottom of the barrel. They probably don't have that much bottom of the barrel at Gulfstream Park. This is a hell of a story right here. This horse wins that $16,000 maiden claiming race, his only race, as a 2-year-old. Then comes out as a 3-year-old, wins a couple of optional claiming races. The owner and the trainer, they go, we'll put him in the Florida Derby. And then you talk about deliver. Now, the first time out on the track, maximum security, they go into the stretch. He's got a 5-length lead in the stretch. He winds up winning that race by 9 3/4 lengths. So we're going 6.5 furlongs. Then the next time out on the track, maximum security's got a 3-length lead as they go on a stretch. He opens up, wins by 6.5 lengths. Then the next time out on the track, Maximum Security, they go 7 furlongs. He's got an 11-length lead going into the stretch. And he wins that race by 18.25 lengths. So then they run the horse in the Florida Derby. They say, what the heck? Might as well run him in the Florida Derby. They go to the Florida Derby. They go on 1.8 miles. So they're going 2 furlongs longer than this horse has ever gone in his life. He's got a 3-length lead in the stretch, and he winds up winning the race by 3.5 lengths. He didn't pick up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lengths like he did his first 3 races. But considering he was going 1.8 miles, 2 furlongs longer than he'd ever gone in his life, and he still extended the lead. He extended the lead. He had never run against this kind of competition in his life. First time on the track, garbage, maiden claiming. The next 2 races, optional claiming. Optional claiming. First time running against some good horses. Not only wins the race, wins it in convincing fashion. There's a few things I don't like about Maximum Security. There's a lot of stuff I do like about Maximum Security. The one thing that I do like about Maximum Security is the fact that when they turn for home, this horse has another gear. Maximum Security has another gear. When they turn for home, Maximum Security, the 7 horse, he's got another gear. Will he have that other gear on Saturday in the Kentucky Derby? Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Will Maximum Security have that other gear on Saturday in the Kentucky Derby? Let's hope so. It's race number 12, the Kentucky Derby, the Run for the Roses, the first leg of the Triple Crown. I'm going to go with the 7. 12.07, Maximum Security, and I'm going to bet this horse across the board, win, play, show. Normally, if you bet $100 on a football game, you bet $25 win, play, show. You normally bet $50 on a football game, you bet $10 win, play, show. You normally bet $20 on a football game, you bet $5 across the board, win, play, show. Make sure you bet the show pool. A lot of people don't like betting the show pool. They feel, trust me. Maximum Security runs 3rd, we're going to get our money back. He runs 2nd, we're going to make a profit. Maximum Security wins the race, we're going to make some money. Race number 12 on Saturday, the Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs. Put the MeatMan down for Maximum Security, 12.07. And I'm going to bet a Maximum Security across the board, win, place, and show. All right. That is pretty much going to wrap it up for this edition of Sportsline Radio. I want to thank my man Don back in the studio. It's always good to see my man Don, man. It's always good to see my man Don. I see Don more than any human being on earth. I see Don once a week. I don't think there's another person in my life that I see once a week like I see Don. It's always good to see you, Don. I always want to thank the owner of Pelican Sports, my man Alan. Without Alan, I appreciate it. I love doing the Kentucky Derby show. I always want to thank my man Alan, the owner of Pelican Sports. Make sure you bet with your head and not over it. Money management is the key to turning a profit. Bet the horses today at the Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I will see you in 167 hours right here on Sportsline.